Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now today is Sunday, so you know what that means. We're going around the net with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. So on the docket for today, we have of course BILT rewards in the news. That was a major headline, being a little bit sneaky, but putting a cap on your rent day earnings. We have Chase with two stories, both an update to their insurance benefits on certain cards, and they're also adding more of their DoorDash benefits to their core lineup as well. Of course, we'll close with American Express hot off the gold card refresh. We now have some updated card designs for the everyday lineup that's definitely in need of a spruce up. So what does it mean? Well, we'll over speculate at the end of the show. So of course, if that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now we'll lead off with BILT rewards. You know, BILT rewards been in the news a lot as of late. Of course, the headliner being, you know, the Wells Fargo losing $10 million a month on them. And now they had sent out an email to cardholders with a line at the very bottom of it that was definitely kind of hidden away. I'll put it on screen and you can tell me. But this is an excerpt from that email. So there's a note for members with the BILT MasterCard starting October 1st. The double points on BILT MasterCard offer maximum will be updated to 1,000 points per rent day. Currently, the cap is, I believe, 10,000 points you can earn on rent day. And so they're going to start capping that. Quite a cap, actually, to go from 10,000 to 1,000. Additionally, I had read on the internet somewhere that BILT might be also blocking tax payments. They're not blocking them, but they wouldn't count towards rent day. They didn't really say if it was like federal or income tax, property taxes, or what, but that could also be a play as well. So then the question really becomes, why? Well, I mean, we don't really know, of course, but you know, I do think you could connect the dots and like, hey, maybe Wells Fargo went to BILT and like, hey, look, man, something's got to change, and that means getting our spend in line, right? The good news of BILT rewards and really why it took off is one, it is a good product, but it took off with the churning world, right? And which is good because you get a built-in customer base who's going to help you get off the ground. But the bad news is it's people who are going to take maximum advantage of things like rent day. And so you look across the line, you're like, where can I start reining in costs? And then you can go through the expenses and you can clearly see what people are doing to max this stuff out, right? I know I'd seen a tweet a while back from Richard Kerr. He put it out there and he was kind of taking aim at folks who were, I can't remember the exact place. Someone will know it down below, but folks are basically running the BILT card through rent day to like max out certain things. Like they'd have like dining, for example, they hit it right on the head of how much money you could spend. He's like, wow, you know, I'm seeing so many charge of $544, whatever it was, right? You know, they were getting ready to block that. You know, that's kind of the fun of it when a product is built for people who understand the current folks using it. You can take shots at that and you're like, yeah, fair play, I get it, right? So it would make a lot of sense to go through and kind of rein in the marketing spend budget, because the unique thing here, in my opinion, is, you know, if Chase ever stopped allowing people to buy gift cards on Freedoms, right? Well, if that really upset you, you could just go to Citi or to Wells Fargo or somewhere else, right? You could do it. But with BILT, they're still the only one who offers any points on rent, and they also have all the transfer partners, so they do play nice with other ecosystems. So you know, they can actually rein it in a little bit, and there's not really anywhere else you're gonna be able to go if you want to use this system and earn points on your rent. So I think they have that going for them. So do I think this is a sign of things to come? Yeah, potentially. I still do think the card will get somewhat refreshed down the road. We're probably a few months out on that, but I think it will happen. You know, because folks, again, are just using the card, you know, to as little as possible so they can get the points on the rent, right? But I think this is an easy one to go after to kind of cut your spending a little bit. So I do think we'll see more of it. It was just a sneaky way to slide that in there. That's really more of the annoying part. But let me know down below, how are you maxing out rent day, and what does this do for you? Because I know some of you guys were really aggressive about it, and I applaud you for it. You know, game recognized game, as they say. And that's the fun part, again, when you have a company who understands their core audience very well. It makes it a little bit fun. So with that, another group that understands us very well, almost too well, is the whole House of Diamond, right? So they're at it with two things. First of all, you've probably gotten these, because I got a few of these myself. There's emails going out about updating their benefits administrator and their underwriter for card insurance. So I'll put an example on screen. Again, it does differ depending on which card they send it out. Funny enough, this one was for my Amazon card. Now, you know, it's just the first one that I grabbed a screenshot of. I don't have a core travel card. But again, we're always working to improve your benefits experience. So the gist of this is they are changing benefits administrators and underwriter providers. That basically means they're switching, insurance providers. Like when you submit a claim, right? You're not really submitting a claim to Chase, you're submitting it to, their partner. Like it's like if you broke your phone, knock on wood, you submit and you had Assurion, you send it to Assurion, you don't really send it to Verizon. So points of note that I've seen in these emails are, one, these things kick in October 1st. So October 1st is going to be a big day for a lot of things in this game, I guess. Travel accident coverage increases from 250K to 500K. Auto coverage, more vehicles will be included. Then $60,000 in coverage for certain vehicles added with retail prices of $125,000 or less. Then emergency evacuation now coordinates more for certain events, so cardholders don't have to pay up front. And then we add profitable content. We have those links. We have a full guide to the benefits that you can take a look at if you want. So overall, I think these are pretty good changes. Again, anytime changes happen, they don't cost you anything. I think they're fine, especially because the Sapphire line exact specifically is probably the best for card insurance. Yeah, the Reserve because it's a Visa Infinite, and I know the Venture X is well for cheaper, but the Sapphire Preferred really, the thing that keeps it from being a worthless card is the fact that it has the primary CDW and the travel insurances that you would want. So for $95, it makes it a pretty good card despite the multipliers being pretty weak. So overall, pretty good. Now the thing here to note is, we won't know for sure until someone unfortunately has to file a claim. We don't want anyone to file a claim, but someone's going to have, it'll happen. That's what insurance is for. And once we file a claim, then we'll know, this new underwriter, the process should be the same, but what's the scrutiny level like, right? Are they understanding? Are they going to beat you over the head with documentation? We just don't know, and we won't know for some time. But that'll be the piece we really need to see. So there is that. Now on to the less mundane insurance and more to actually money in your pocket. Chase and DoorDash, they've had a partnership for quite some time, and it looks like they are doubling down on that partnership. So they're adding some new benefits to their core cards. You can take a look at this. We'll run through these here. So again, they're broken up from the press release of what's new and what's not. So Sapphire Reserve, again, your DoorDash pass that's free is going to go through December 31st of 2027. So there's that. Extended out, that's fine. It's not really a new one. They're just extending it. New card members with an activated Sapphire Reserve Dash Pass membership now receive 2 promos of up to $10 off each calendar month at checkout on grocery, convenience, or other non-restaurant orders on DoorDash. Sapphire Reserve card members will continue to receive the existing $5 monthly DoorDash in-app credit through January 31st, 2025. Beginning February 1st, 2025, card members will receive a new monthly benefit of $5 off restaurant orders for DoorDash. So you've got a few things going on there. Preferred, same kind of deal. The new one here, card members with activated Sapphire Preferred Dash. It's the same Dash Pass, though. Now receive 1 promo, so there's your difference. You get $20 in the big boy, $10 the little one. Freedom and Slate also get stuff as well, so starting February 1st, 2025, new enrollees will receive 6 free months of Dash Pass. Card members who have activated a Freedom or Slate Dash Pass membership will now receive 1 promo of up to $10 off each quarter at checkout on category. On checkout on grocery, convenience. I don't know why they announced this so early, but some of these don't start till February 1st, 2025. I get it, you want to announce it. The extensions make sense, but the new ones, people are just going to forget about that, which maybe is the point. Hey, we gave it to you, but I don't know. So we'll probably cover this again closer to the go-live date for all of those. But again, Chase and DoorDash have been partners for quite some time. Chase has the DoorDash card. This probably helps. The Instacart benefits are going away. Those weren't renewed, even though Chase does have the Instacart card as well. Both are actually good cards if you like the service. I don't have a strong opinion about these because you're getting something and the fee didn't go up. So if you use it, great. If you don't, no big deal. I'm sure people can find a way to be creative about this. It looks like you can do pickups. They're primarily, at grocery store and, checkout, things like that. So I think you can probably do pickups at some of these places to try to get it, because that's really the thing, right? People want the $10 and they don't want to pay the add-on fees or anything like that. So maybe, share your strategies down below how to max these out. Because again, the Sapphire Reserve, getting 2 of these is helpful, to that annual fee. The rest of the cards, I don't know so much about, but Again, my opinion, it's fine. So there you go. But what could be fine or could be terrible, we simply don't know yet, is American Express and the potential revamp of the everyday line. So we know we've covered the gold card, a nauseating amount. I did get my white gold business card in the mail. It looks okay. It's really hard to do white gold because white gold is white with a slightest hint warmer color than steel, but I did a decent enough job. So we've done enough of those videos, but I did go through and get it. So here's the deal. We got a new card that's actually a new card colorway for the Everyday Preferred that's popping up in app for folks. I'll put it on screen for you here. And you can see it's just a plain white design. It doesn't look bad. I mean, it's the same design as like the Everyday, the Blue Cash. The Blue Cash lineup is basically the same colorway except for white. The current version of this card is that clear one, and it definitely doesn't fit the American Express aesthetic. They're like the only cards now that don't actually fit the American Express aesthetic anymore, being that weird clear design, which I don't know, I don't feel strongly about. But here's the current Everyday Preferred card, right? So you're getting it's a $95 annual fee, and you're getting 3 back on groceries, up to $6,000 a year in purchases, 2 back on gas, and 1 back on everything else. Its core benefit, where this happy lady is, shout out to the Run on the Bank channel. You can earn 50% extra points, use your card 30 more times on purchases in a billing period, and earn 50% extra points on those purchases. So those are kind of your benefits of the card. So I don't the card because that screenshot was from the Amex homepage. So the new colorway isn't on live yet. They may have pushed it a little bit early. When the first rumor of the white gold, the new gold refresh was the leaking of the white gold card. I believe that came first because, again, the Amex top boss had said we're refreshing 40 products. And then we kind of went through and kind of figured out, yeah, it's probably this one, probably that one. And then, of course, we had the white gold. These cards could definitely be on the list. It's hard to have an exact count because one, he said 40 products. Number two, it's globally, not just in the U.S. And I don't know. I mean, this card's pretty bad. Honestly, I mean, it's $95 for what? 3 back, and it's capped. Like this card makes no. This card is classic selling off of your name alone. The fact that, well, I can sell it. I'm American Express. Maybe people will get it, but this card is terrible. It's not worth $95 in any sense of the imagination. I can't imagine that a refresh is going to make it worth $95. If anything, they'll probably do what they've done on like the Blue Cash Everyday or the Blue Cash Preferred, which do have like I think some streaming bundles in there, which aren't terrible. People do like streaming bundles, especially as the prices go up. So they could do something like that maybe to offset it. The new color design, I do think card art does matter. You're talking to someone who paid $1,000 per channel on the website to get a logo and like a uniform design across all three to create. It sounds cliche to say creating a brand, but it's kind of what you're doing. So to have 2 in the lineup that don't really fit, I don't really think looks good. And it would make sense to switch them to fit the aesthetic. What could they do with the card? I don't think they're going to do much because American Express is terrified of people making any money. Every card has a cap. Like, sure, at least the gold card caps are higher, but like capping it at $6,000 a year and when it's 3x back is just silly, especially given the $95 annual fee. But I don't think they're going to get rid of any of that. I don't even think the annual fee would increase on these cards. I think they might just they might move the multipliers around. You might gain 1 more multiplier, maybe. You probably have a cap. I think you'll look to the BCP and BCE to move over here and have some kind of streaming type bundle. Maybe I think they could do something like that. They seem to save like the Ubers and stuff for the big boy card. So I do think a refresh is coming because they're in dire need. They don't really fit. They did give the Blue Cash Everyday a refresh maybe a year ago now. That's when it got its new coat of paint. So I think it's coming. I just don't think they're going to do much to it. I think it'll largely be a worthless card when it's refreshed like it is now. But if I'm missing something or you think you know the answer, by all means, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. If nothing else, let me know what you think about the design. It's plain and subtle, but I do like it. Again, I do think it matters bringing them all under one banner, so to speak, so it has the same design language. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the news for this week. So, of course, if you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you find it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel, as we're posting content just like this every single week. Of course, we're right back here every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. And, of course, every single day over on ProfitableContent.com. That's the channel's blog. We have the latest news stories just like this. We have plenty of bank promotions. And, of course, we have credit card offers. Usually, hopefully, better than the everyday lineup, but we got those if you want them too. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.